Բարձր սիրելի հեռուստադիտողներ, մենք Արմավիրի քաղաքային ստադիոնում ենք Sardarapat ֆուտբոլային ակումբի տանը եւ այսօր շատ հետաքրքիր զրույց ենք ունենալու։ Մեր զրուցակիցներն են Sardarapat ֆուտբոլային ակումբի համահիմնադիր Sevan KARIAN-ը եւ Երևանում է այս օրերին Մադրիդի Atletico-ի միջազգային բաժնի համակարգող Cano Lorenzo. Hi Sevan. Hi Carlos.
Hi.
Thank you for this opportunity, and it's really interesting to speak about this ambitious project like Sardarapat Football Club. My first question, I would like to know about the club. It was based in 2021, and how would you rate all the works that have been done so far for the club? Sevan, we can start from you.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming, first of all, to our club. To rate this, I would say I will rate it very well and beyond my expectation. Again, as I say often, I had a lot of expectation and ambition and trust in the Armenian community in general. I know these young players, coach, staff, people from Armavir have a lot of talent and potential. And we had a plan with objective within the first step of the project within 3 years. And actually we have already beaten, I would say, all these goals and going so faster and better as expected already. So I'm very happy for that. And our team are established, they have very good results. Our players are progressing, which is the most important for us. And we have a very good staff, and we start being known and listened in Armenia, but also in other countries. And for example, a good rate of that is when our player and coach are going to Lens. As you know, we have a partnership with Lens in France.
Yeah, of course.
They've been there 3 times already and going for the 4th time in next month. And the notation and the evaluation on the players were very, very good. So I'm very happy for that, and we can move on to the next step faster than expected.
Yeah, as we know, Atletico will launch a football camp here during the summer, and I would like to know how was it possible to begin the cooperation with Atletico between the clubs, and how the preparation of football camp is going.
I can start on the beginning if you want, for how it comes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm known in all the people with who I'm talking and working in Europe that I always talk about Armenia. Everywhere, in every discussion, every conversation, talking about this country, this potential and so on. So a long time ago I started to talk about, as you know, I work in football, so I have a lot of contact and relation with clubs. And I try to convince them that there is an opportunity here to establish themselves. And so, of course, the first one was easier with Lens because the owner, Joseph Ugurlian, is Armenian. The technical director, Eric Kasadorian, is Armenian. So it was the first step. Now, the second one is Atletico because, of course, I have very good relation with this club. I represent one of their players. And so thanks to that, of course, it helped to have a trustful relationship. And also, let's say that the director of Atletico also are very good relation with Lens, and they know and they love Armenia. So the idea of them coming here was not an easy step to do. It was a long process, but finally we have this first step with Carlos here that I thanks a lot for being here. And so that's how it started, I would say.
Yeah, how the preparation is going for football camp, Carlos? You are in Armenia for the first time. How's your feeling about the country, about football here?
Yeah, so the first step is me coming here to the country to have knowledge about the general basis of the football in the country, in Armenia. We've been trying to see everything from the grassroots to the first league and even the national team. So my feeling is that there's a good potential here in the country that needs to be developed, and we need to work on it. But in the future, I have a feeling that great results is gonna come.
My next question is for Carlos as well. It's interesting to know why Atletico chose Armenia as the next place to launch a football camp. Why Armenia?
Okay, so we have campus all over the world, in all the continents. So our main point is to try to share our values.
There were a lot of Spaniards that used to work in Armenia in recent years, like Joaquin Caparros, the former Sevilla coach, was the head coach of Armenian national team. Ginés Melendez, very well-known personality in Spain, was the technical director of federation. Did all this affect the increase of interest in Armenia and Armenian football in Spain? What do you think?
For us, the good thing was having that amazing professionals working here in Armenia is that a lot of job is already done by them, because they are the first one that try to bring the Spanish football mentality into the country, which they are doing. So for us, it's easier to get into a country that there are few steps already done.
Yeah, you are the coordinator of international department of Atletico Madrid, and as we know, after the football camp, is there any opportunity that young players, young kids can have the opportunity to go to Spain or to be in Atletico, for example, for some month, or
so
what do you think? And this question is for you as well, Sevan.
So because of FIFA regulations, it is forbidden to sign players under 18 years old in different countries. So obviously that's something that is not going to happen. Okay, but obviously it's interesting to see the level of the players that we will have in the campus, and to see how they develop during the years and what's happened when they get old enough.
As you know, the program we have with Lens, for example, is that 2 times a year we have a delegation of players from the club that can go in France to train during 2 weeks, an intensive program, be on site, be with the teams of the club in Europe, etc. So I think Atletico is having the kind of same idea when they develop partnership. And so, of course, if you have the possibility of having first a coach, because again, that's our coach that's going to teach the players how to work, I think that's the first step and the most important. And then, of course, if you have players that can go, they have the level to go there and to train and to see what it is. If it can give them even more motivation to work hard to become a professional, we would be more than happy, of course.
Yeah. Is it possible that some of famous former or current players of Atletico Madrid will visit Armenia during that football camp? I mean, in terms of current players, it will be difficult because of European Championship, Copa America, and etc. But in terms of former players, is something like that is planned or not?
So as I said, we have campus all over the world. Obviously, you cannot ask the players to go to a lot of different countries during the summer. It's something that is not going to happen for this summer, but we don't know what could happen in the near future.
And again, on that point, I would like to stress out, because it's true, a lot of campus, clinics, however you call it, they like to do that, no? A lot about former players, ambassadors, jerseys, all that stuff. It's good, it's recreational, it gives some stars in the eye of the children and so on. But again, let's not forget that what we're doing here with Lens and with Atletico also, the spirit of that is not about image, it's really about work. So again, it's great to have an ex-player coming to say hi and take some pictures, but it's definitely not the most important for us.
It will be extra motivation for young players, of course, but I know that it's difficult.
I know I've said once a few years ago that I will bring Antoine one day in Armenia, so I will do it for sure. Now, as you know, he's very busy with all the work. They have very short holidays. This year's like Euro Cup, Olympics in France, all that stuff. But of course, one day, if we can, it's part of the project. Is he going to
participate in Olympics or no idea?
It's not a topic for today.
Yeah, we know, of course, the cooperation between Lens and Sardarapat. And what opportunities does that connection open up for the new based club like Sardarapat?
Again, I think there are clubs that know very well each other's. They have used to have connections at several levels. And for me, it's interesting just to, every time we say we bring a methodology from another country to here in Armenia, let's take the case, it's not as easy like you take the methodology and you copy here. You have to adapt it to the local climate, the local players, the mentality and all that. So for me, it's just, being another knowledge, another methodology, another values, to bring it together. And my objective is at the end to have a tailor-made methodology here at Sardarapat for the kids of Sardarapat and of course all the kids of Armenia that are welcome to our academy. Lens is a great club. It has shows this year, this season, that with very small means it reached the highest level of football, being in the Champions League. Which nobody expected a few years ago when they were at the bottom of second league in France.
They were just 1 point behind Paris Saint-Germain in French league as well.
Last year, exactly. But let's forget, like 4 years ago, they were in second league. So that was a very nice story and trajectory. But again, of course, Atletico Madrid is also, it's a big club. I was saying this morning, I've learned Atletico Madrid is the biggest academy in Europe. They have 69 teams in Madrid. They have more than 200 coaches. This is like something which is way bigger. And so again, we take this as an opportunity to just get more expertise and a different point of view.
Yeah. Years ago, I found an interesting article about Germany national team that has bond connection with the youth team as well. They are playing in the same tactics, same well of understanding, and it's interesting to know how it is working in the clubs like Atletico, the main team, and the youth teams. How is the connection between these teams?
Okay, so of course the value, the way of living the club, all that kind of things, we share from the very bottom till the first team. We share a lot of things that we do the same in the first team and the youngest categories, but not all the way of playing is the same because the objective is not the same. One of them you need to win, and in the other one, what you need is to teach players how to be a better professional.
And of course, I cannot miss this opportunity to have a person from Atletico here and not to ask this question about European football current campaign. Atletico is in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. They won Inter Milan. In Armenia, we're not happy about that because Mkhitaryan is playing for Inter. But how you rate the season of Atletico so far? Because they started really very well in La Liga, then some problems, but now they are among the 8 best teams in Europe. They are playing in the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. How is the chances of Atletico to go all the way and be at Wembley?
So obviously I'm not working with the first team, so I know the person to answer this. As a fan, I'm always happy with my team. I cannot tell you another thing because they always give us so really good results, but not just results. We are proud of the way that we reach these results.
Yeah, Carlos, and at the end of the interview, I would like to ask you to create your perfect player from the former players of Atletico and current players from Atletico. Okay, so you can give some tips if you want. So left foot.
This one is tough. Left foot. Has to be from the academy, right?
You can.
Okay.
For me, it's an easy question.
I think it's easy question.
Okay, you can do it then.
No, it's your turn.
Okay, Antoine.
Antoine, right foot.
Right foot. Coque.
Speed.
Lino.
Football IQ.
Rodri, that was in our academy.
Yeah, of course. Vision of the field.
Vision of the field. I'll say Griezmann again.
And strength?
Strength, Alvaro Morata.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was interesting to talk with you, and I hope that cooperation will bring so much happiness and good things in football for Sardarapat and for Atletico as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Ցելեր ստադիտողներ, մենք զրուցում ենք Սարդարապատ ֆուտբոլային ակումբի համահիմնադիր Սևան Կարյանի եւ Ատլետիկոյի միջազգային կապերի բաժնի համակարգող Կano Lorenzoյի հետ։